Hello guys, this is Axemmela and welcome back to another recipe showcase. This has been my first cooking video in months, so without further ado, let's begin. So firstly, you have to warm up 2 cups of milk in a microwave for roughly 45 seconds. Secondly, combine the warm milk with 2 teaspoons of white sugar until the sugar has dissolved. I'm using a wooden spoon for this because it shows that you don't need special equipment in order to make bread. If you don't have a wooden spoon, they're incredibly inexpensive. Anyways, you can test if the sugar is dissolved by scraping the wooden spoon against the bottom of the bowl. Next, add your tablespoon of yeast to the bowl and let it sit for 1 minute in order to let it bloom. What is blooming, I hear you ask? Well, blooming is the process of yeast coming to life, in case you were wondering. The next step of the process requires you to add 4 tablespoons of melted butter, preferably unsalted. Stir that in and add a generous pinch of table salt. Fifthly, add the 5 cups of flour very slowly and in small batches. This ensures that you are not overwhelmed by the sheer amount of flour falling out of the bowl and all over you. Once you have added the flour completely, sprinkle some of the remaining flour on a flat and hard surface and onto your hands. Slowly pull the ball of dough from the bowl and knead it for several minutes or until it bounces back when poked and is no longer mostly sticky. Watch my hands in the footage that you see as an example of how to do it correctly. Next, you want to cut them up into as many pieces as you can, using a dough scraper or a dough cutter, I think other people call it, or you have to use a knife. Once you are done cutting them, you have various options for cooking. You can use a clay baking dish such as mine for taller and less wide buns, or you can use a cookie sheet for wider but less tall buns. Your choice will not affect the baking time in the slightest. After placing them in the preferred dish, cover them with a thin towel and let them sit for 20 minutes. You should preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. Place them in the 400 degree oven for 20 minutes, or until they become slightly golden brown on top. When they get out of the oven, melt more unsalted butter and brush the tops of them with it. This will make them look and taste better, plus it softens the finished product. I hope you enjoyed this recipe showcase. Please share and subscribe for more cooking and gaming content. This has been Axemmela. Goodbye!